They say, you know, we want you to meet all these folks in Washington and come down and talk about homelessness and the people you've met at the House of Ruth and all the stuff you're doing. And we say, okay.
Something to share with this group you did not tell us about?
Yes. We heard.
Wasn't there?
But we heard.
We heard from someone else. But what was the big announcement that you had?
Morning at Whoopi Goldberg's sprawling estate began with tension, marked by the presence of FBI agents. Beneath pried-up floorboards, a myriad of dark rooms were revealed below. As the powerful beams of flashlights pierced the darkness, the seasoned faces of the agents simultaneously paled. They had just seen something, a hidden truth that none of them had anticipated. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg, who had been trying to maintain her composure, could no longer conceal her terror. Whoopi Goldberg stammered, her voice cracking with fear, "No, I have nothing to do with the basement. Please, you've got it all wrong." The FBI find under Whoopi Goldberg's floorboards that made them turn so pale. What shockwaves could this hidden truth send through the entertainment industry, shedding light on the long-concealed dark corners? Let's explore video to uncover the documents hidden beneath the underground rooms and how Hollywood and Whoopi Goldberg have manipulated the media for so long. The unexpected raid. Tranquility of a seemingly ordinary morning in the Hollywood Hills was shattered by the sudden, forceful arrival of a fleet of black SUVs. Without warning, federal agents, bearing the unmistakable insignia of the FBI, descended upon the secluded residence of Whoopi Goldberg, the iconic actress and co-host of the popular talk show, The View, for decades. The unexpected intrusion sent shockwaves through the normally serene neighborhood, as neighbors peered from behind curtains, bewildered by the unfolding scene. The agents, acting on a warrant that had been swiftly approved, moved with purpose and efficiency, securing the perimeter of the property before approaching the main house. The knock on the door was sharp and authoritative, leaving no room for doubt about the seriousness of their presence. When the door was finally opened, Whoopi Goldberg, visibly stunned and caught off guard, was met with the stern faces of law enforcement officials who informed her of their intention to execute a federal search warrant. The premise for this dramatic intervention, according to sources familiar with the situation, stemmed from a recently filed lawsuit against Goldberg. The nature of the suit, while not immediately disclosed, was believed to be connected to the outspoken and often controversial opinions she had expressed over her many years on The View. The core accusation of the matter was that Goldberg's on-air remarks had gone beyond the scope of public commentary and had, in fact, constituted personal attacks that had caused significant harm to those within the Hollywood elite. The secrets about Goldberg will have to be unveiled after this investigation. Adding to this, there were underlying rumors that Goldberg's deep connections within the Hollywood elite played a significant role in the intensity of the situation. In the glamorous and secretive world of Hollywood, stories of those who dared to reveal too much about the industry's dark side and paid a heavy price have become part of the underground culture. Whispers about famous figures who mysteriously disappeared after threatening to expose the elite's dark secrets have simmered for decades. To better understand Whoopi Goldberg's current situation, many have begun to recall similar cases from the past, individuals whose careers or even lives were abruptly cut short after uttering words that crossed the line. One of the names frequently mentioned in these stories is Marilyn Monroe. The glamorous Hollywood icon passed away at the age of 36 under highly controversial circumstances. Although her death was officially ruled a drug overdose, many still believe that she was taken out for knowing too much about the powerful relationships and political secrets of the top figures in the entertainment and political circles of the time. Rumors about her affairs with the Kennedy family and the sensitive information she may have possessed have led many to believe that her death was more than just an accident. Another case often cited to illustrate the danger of angering the Hollywood elite is Gene Hackman. Although he is still alive, the illustrious career of this talented actor unexpectedly ended in 2004 after more than 4 decades in the industry. Some conspiracy theories suggest that Hackman disappeared from the screen after he began to speak out about the wrongdoing and moral decay he witnessed within the film industry. Most recently, with Gene Hackman's sudden passing at his home, the complexities of Hollywood have once again sent shivers down the public's spine. Having risen to the pinnacle of fame through her talent and a distinctive personality, Goldberg has spent decades in navigating the complex social and professional circles of the entertainment industry. She has earned the respect of her peers, built lasting friendships, and established herself as a respected voice within the community. Her position as a co-host on The View has further amplified her influence, providing her with a national platform to share her perspectives on a wide range of topics, often drawing from her extensive experience within Hollywood. Throughout her career, Goldberg has witnessed the inner workings of the industry, the power dynamics that shape careers, and the unspoken rules that govern behavior. She has celebrated triumphs, mourned losses, and undoubtedly observed the occasional undercurrent of darkness that can sometimes lurk beneath the glittering surface of fame and fortune. While generally known for her straightforwardness and willingness to speak her mind, there were certain topics, certain unspoken truths, that remained within the confines of private conversations, deemed too sensitive or potentially damaging if spoken publicly. However, during one particularly memorable episode of The View, something shifted. Perhaps it was a culmination of years of observation, a moment of frustration with the status quo, or simply an uncharacteristic impulse to break the mold. Whatever the catalyst, Whoopi Goldberg veered off script, her usual light-hearted banter replaced by a serious and contemplative tone. She began to speak about the highly coveted award season in Hollywood, an annual spectacle that captivates the world and often dictates the trajectory of careers. In a moment that sent ripples through the entertainment industry and beyond, Goldberg hinted at a long-suspected but rarely voiced secret, the alleged manipulation behind the scenes of major Hollywood awards. While she didn't name specific names or provide concrete evidence, her carefully chosen words and knowing glances suggested a system where merit and artistic achievement were not always the sole determinants of victory. She spoke of whispered campaigns, of powerful figures pulling strings, and of an intricate web of influence that could sway the outcome of these prestigious accolades. The reaction to Goldberg's veiled revelation was immediate and intense. Social media platforms exploded with speculation, industry insiders buzzed with nervous chatter, and the very foundations of the award season narrative seemed to tremble. While many viewers lauded Goldberg for her bravery in hinting at such a sensitive topic, others within Hollywood's power structure were undoubtedly less than pleased. The implication that the industry's highest honors might be tainted by manipulation struck at the heart of its carefully crafted image of meritocracy and artistic integrity. It was this alleged revelation, this subtle yet impactful breach of Hollywood's unspoken code of silence, that many believe may have triggered the subsequent, fictional FBI raid on Whoopi Goldberg's home. The idea is that her hinting at the manipulation of awards, a secret fiercely guarded by the industry's elite, could have been perceived as a direct threat to their power and influence. The lawsuit, in this fictional scenario, would serve as a pretext, a means to legally justify the intrusion and potentially intimidate Goldberg into silence. Search process of the estate. Inside the residence, the agents conducted a thorough and systematic search, meticulously examining documents, electronic devices, and other potential sources of evidence that could shed light on the allegations in the lawsuit. The atmosphere inside the house was undoubtedly tense, a stark contrast to the lively and often humorous tone that Goldberg displayed on television screens across the country. Throughout the search, Whoopi Goldberg reportedly cooperated with the authorities, albeit with a palpable sense of disbelief and anxiety. Although she maintained her composure, the seriousness of the situation was evident as the agents sifted through her personal belongings in search of anything that might corroborate the accusations against her. Goldberg steadfastly denied any wrongdoing, asserting that her comments on The View were part of her role as a commentator on public affairs and were not intended as malicious personal attacks. However, evidence began to surface during the search. As the FBI agents started their search inside the house, an eerie and ominous feeling permeated the air, suggesting that something deeply serious was lurking beneath the surface. The agents conducted a thorough search of every room in the estate, paying close attention to every document, electronic device, and personal item they found. However, as time went on, they began to focus their attention on a specific area of the house, namely the basement. Everything proceeded in order until they reached the basement and began to remove the old floorboards. This was the moment when things unexpectedly took a turn that no one had anticipated. After decades of being concealed, the agents had stumbled upon something that sent shivers of shock down their spines. Immediately beneath the floorboards, almost instantaneously, rumors began to swirl across social media platforms. What could have caused seasoned federal agents to be so astounded that their faces turned pale? Could it be that Whoopi Goldberg was hiding secrets that she had carefully buried beneath the very foundation of her own home? Within hours, news organizations around the globe were reporting on this alarming discovery. People began to ask probing questions. Why was Goldberg being targeted? Was the beloved and iconic Hollywood actress hiding a troubled history beneath her cheerful exterior? Furthermore, the most pressing question was whether this discovery was merely the tip of a much larger and more significant iceberg. Regardless of what the Federal Bureau of Investigation had uncovered beneath Goldberg's floorboards, it would undoubtedly cause people to reevaluate everything they thought they knew about the celebrity, and the truth that was about to be revealed would likely shock the entire world. Outside rumors began to spread rapidly across social media platforms. Was Goldberg involved in some sort of criminal conspiracy? Could it be that America's beloved actress was hiding a secret life behind her pleasant facade? Skeptics and fans alike were perplexed and yearned for answers, but no one was providing them with any information. The tension mounted as more hours passed, the level of suspense heightened by the full blockade of the streets by police officers and federal agents. Speculation was further fueled by the erection of large tarpaulins around Goldberg's property, obscuring the view and adding fuel to the already raging fire of curiosity. Local residents whispered among themselves, exchanging theories about the items the agents might be searching for beneath the lavish home. The arrival of construction equipment, including heavy-duty saws and drills being transported inside, pushed the already high tension to an unbearable level. As the agents emerged from the building, their expressions were visibly shaken, and onlookers and reporters alike could hardly believe their eyes. Although typically maintaining a calm and professional demeanor, several FBI officials looked pale and exchanged hushed words and bewildered, urgent glances with one another. Clearly, what they had unearthed beneath Goldberg's property had deeply disturbed these seasoned investigators. A shocking truth rippled through the crowd: this was no ordinary search. Whoopi Goldberg's floorboards had just been excavated, and the truth concealed within had left everyone visibly shaken. Whatever secrets had been buried beneath those floorboards had just been unearthed, and as night fell and the investigation continued behind closed doors, one thing became terrifyingly clear: the beloved celebrity was indeed hiding something beneath her feet, something so sinister that it had even startled the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So, what truth had been hidden beneath Whoopi Goldberg's floorboards that, once unearthed, sent such a palpable shockwave through all those who witnessed it? The documents hidden beneath the basement. During the time that the FBI agents worked tirelessly inside Whoopi Goldberg's lavish home, their attention quickly turned to the basement. At first glance, it appeared to be a relatively ordinary space, housing a collection of forgotten old furniture and stacks of dusty boxes filled with memorabilia. However, beneath that unremarkable exterior lay something far more sinister, something that Goldberg had carefully concealed from the rest of the world for 2 decades. The agents began to dismantle sections of the old wooden flooring located within the basement, and as each piece was removed, the overall atmosphere grew heavier. The sound of tools eventually ceased, and they were replaced by an eerie silence, signaling the entrance to a hidden room concealed beneath. Without hesitation, they cautiously descended, their flashlight beams cutting through the damp darkness. Upon reaching the bottom of the stairs, they were astonished to find themselves standing before a sturdy metal door, fitted with an intricate lock that even seasoned locksmiths would take some time to manipulate. Finally, with a soft click, the heavy door swung open, revealing a space entirely different from the opulent appearance of the house above. Inside, the agents discovered a series of strangely equipped underground rooms. Unlike a typical cellar, these rooms seemed to have been designed for some clandestine purpose. Outsiders couldn't have accessed these rooms for years, possibly decades, and they remained untouched. The entire scene carried an eerie feeling, as if stepping out of a Hollywood horror film, only this was a terrifyingly real experience. One room was fitted with state-of-the-art soundproofing, with thick padding on the walls and ceiling, along with several specialized recording and playback devices. The adjacent room was filled with boxes and lockers, many of which were securely locked. It took forensic experts several hours to pick the locks and begin to inventory the contents within. The deeper the FBI delved, the more unsettling their discoveries became. The walls were lined with shelves stacked high with bizarre artifacts and other peculiar features. Many items appeared ancient and were wrapped in delicate cloth, while there were also old chests sealed with rusty locks and dusty wooden boxes labeled only with cryptic symbols. As one of the agents cautiously opened a box, they seemed to recoil slightly at the sight of yellow documents covered in almost illegible handwriting. The significance of these documents remained a mystery, while in another area, agents uncovered a small study preserved in a bizarre state, as if it had been hastily abandoned years ago. An aged diary lay on a dust-covered writing desk, its pages showing signs of wear from extensive use. The entries within were filled with cryptic language and contained references to individuals and events coded in a way that suggested Goldberg or whoever wrote the entries did not want anyone else to be able to decipher them. Deeper into the structure, agents discovered a large reinforced safe embedded in the stone wall, even more bizarrely secured. A team of specialists was quickly brought to the location, and after arduous efforts, they were finally able to breach the metal, revealing several secretly labeled envelopes, as well as stacks of passports and currencies that dated back decades and bore unfamiliar names, along with an undetermined amount of cash. The FBI's greatest attention was immediately drawn to an ornate wooden chest secured shut with multiple heavy iron chains. When carefully opened, it revealed earth-shattering secrets. It was a box filled with old photographs and documents, seemingly documenting clandestine meetings between powerful figures in Hollywood and prominent politicians. Another locker contained a large amount of unexplained cash, along with several notebooks written in code. Particularly intriguing was an old-fashioned projector, accompanied by several unlabeled film reels, hinting at secret content that might be stored there. In addition to this, investigators uncovered a series of tightly sealed files, labeled only with dates spanning decades. Upon carefully opening them, the agents revealed incredibly detailed financial reports, meticulously documenting the exchange of millions of dollars through offshore accounts. Surprisingly, none of the transactions were made under Goldberg's name. Instead, they referenced numerous shell corporations and unidentified entities, raising suspicions of a clandestine financial network. As the agents continued to delve deeper into this underground labyrinth, they began to realize that what they were finding could be connected to long-standing rumors and conspiracy theories that had circulated within Hollywood for ages. The secret meetings, the unexplained cash, and the hidden films all seemed to point towards a network of secrets and shady activities that the Hollywood elite might be trying to conceal. Could this evidence be the dark secrets of Hollywood that Goldberg was safeguarding, or a dangerous truth that only she possessed? News of the discovery quickly reached the public, sending shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry and beyond. Fans and critics alike struggled to come to terms with the unsettling reality. Was Whoopi Goldberg, admired for her humor and warmth, hiding an entirely different life behind her public persona? However, despite the fact that FBI forensic teams meticulously cataloged every bizarre artifact and cryptic document, one haunting question remained unanswered: why would Goldberg, considered one of the most respected figures in Hollywood, secretly construct and conceal these rooms beneath her home? Was she playing the role of a victim, a protector, or something else entirely? Terrifying conspiracy theories. Whoopi Goldberg has long been known as an outspoken and approachable Hollywood icon, a genuine woman who has captured the hearts of millions across the globe. Whoopi Goldberg's sprawling estate, nestled in a secluded suburb far from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood, was believed to be a tranquil haven where she enjoyed her mornings. However, as FBI agents began their search of the mansion, they uncovered documents, shadowy recordings, and even unexplained cash that could potentially rock Hollywood to its core. Almost instantly, rumors began to spread across social media, raising unsettling questions. Why was Goldberg being targeted? Was this beloved celebrity hiding a dark history beneath her bright exterior? And more importantly, was this discovery merely the tip of a much larger and far more troubling iceberg? Regardless of what the FBI had found beneath Goldberg's floorboards, it would undoubtedly cause the public to reevaluate everything they once believed to be true about the actress. It seemed as though the entire entertainment industry was collectively holding its breath, hoping that this scandal would simply disappear without explanation. However, this collective silence spoke volumes, hinting at fear, complicity, or even guilt. It was this eerie silence from Hollywood that led the public to speculate about the worst possible outcomes. Countless conspiracy theories involving cover-up networks and dark undercurrents in Hollywood flooded the internet through blogs and forums. Every unanswered question added fuel to the fire of the question: what did Goldberg know? Who was she trying to protect with her clandestine actions? 3 theories have been posed by the public in this situation regarding Whoopi Goldberg's mysterious underground rooms. The first theory posits that Whoopi Goldberg's basement could be seen as a secret meeting hub for the elite under the guise of Hollywood glamour. Goldberg's secluded home, tucked away in the Hollywood Hills, would be an ideal location for discreet gatherings. The privacy and security it offered would allow high-profile figures from both the entertainment industry and politics to convene without attracting unwanted attention from the public or the media. The room equipped with state-of-the-art soundproofing further solidifies this theory. A space specifically designed to prevent any sound from escaping suggests that the conversations held there were highly confidential. One could imagine hushed discussions about major film projects, significant business decisions, or even political deals that could shape public opinion and national policy. The combination of wealthy entertainment figures and powerful politicians in such a secret space paints a concerning picture of important decisions potentially being made outside the public eye. Old photographs and documents found in the basement further substantiate this theory. Images capturing clandestine meetings between prominent figures could serve as undeniable proof of this network's existence. The documents might contain memos, secret agreements, or even sensitive information that could damage the reputations of those involved if exposed. The discovery of such materials in Whoopi Goldberg's home raises the question of whether she played a role in these gatherings or if her residence was simply used for that purpose. There are several ways in which Whoopi Goldberg could be connected to these secret meetings. She could be a discreet member of the group, using her fame as a cover. Or perhaps she was merely the homeowner, allowing others to use her space without being fully aware of the detailed content of the discussions. Linking this theory to Whoopi Goldberg's words on The View, one could speculate that her outspoken and sometimes controversial comments might have inadvertently or intentionally touched upon topics discussed in these secret meetings. The second theory revolves around Whoopi Goldberg's basement as a blackmail vault. In a world where reputations and careers can be destroyed by mere rumors, sensitive information about wrongdoing, secret relationships, or questionable decisions can become an incredibly powerful weapon. Goldberg's basement, with its mysterious discoveries, seems like a perfect place to store such information. The large amount of unexplained cash found in the basement could be payments related to blackmail activities. Powerful figures might have paid enormous sums to keep their secrets from being revealed. The notebooks written in code could be detailed records of these transactions, with names and events encrypted to avoid detection if they fell into the wrong hands. The unlabeled film reels found in the basement add another chilling layer to this theory. They could contain sensitive images or videos, perhaps even of individuals like Jeffrey Epstein or Diddy, capturing private moments or compromising actions of people in high places. Such footage would be an extremely effective blackmail tool, ensuring the silence and compliance of those being held. The photographs and documents recording secret meetings also play a crucial role in this theory. They could be evidence of extramarital affairs, shady business deals, or secret conspiracies. Possessing such materials could give an individual or a group immense power to control and manipulate others. So, what is Whoopi Goldberg's role in this theory? She could have been directly involved in this activity, perhaps as a middleman or even an information gatherer. The third theory, the most dangerous of all, is that Whoopi Goldberg's basement served as an underground media manipulation center. The specialized recording and playback devices found in the basement suggest the ability to create and edit audio content. Coupled with the old projector and unlabeled film reels, one could envision the production and distribution of staged videos or audio clips designed to serve a specific agenda. The soundproof room would be an ideal location to carry out these activities in secret, avoiding eavesdropping or detection. This theory raises a troubling question: were Whoopi Goldberg's words on The View, sometimes perceived as personal attacks, part of a larger media campaign orchestrated from this underground center? Perhaps she was receiving specific instructions or talking points to make certain remarks, with the aim of shaping public opinion or damaging the reputations of particular individuals or groups. Who could be the target of this media manipulation? Perhaps it was political adversaries, competitors in the entertainment industry, or anyone that the Hollywood elite wished to control or eliminate. The coded notebooks and documents found in the basement could contain scripts, talking points, or detailed instructions on how to construct and disseminate misleading or biased narratives. The lawsuit and the FBI raid could be an attempt to find evidence of this operation, identify those involved, and ensure that the secret remains concealed. If this theory holds true, then what we see in the media might just be the tip of an iceberg of lies and manipulation controlled from these mysterious underground rooms. Could it be that Goldberg's estate served as a safe haven for evidence against influential individuals in various sectors, including politics, business, and the entertainment industry? It's possible that Goldberg inadvertently stumbled upon something significantly larger and far more dangerous than she ever anticipated. The FBI's unusual silence is a contributing factor that fans the flames of suspicion. They have consistently chosen to avoid answering questions from the media and have declined to provide specific details regarding the circumstances that led to their involvement. Goldberg's outspoken activism and controversial political stances have not gone unnoticed by some observers. The question arises as to whether she had uncovered secrets pertaining to the interests of major corporations or influential political figures. Did she secretly gather evidence with the intention of exposing instances of corruption or scandal, and in doing so, did she make herself an enemy of powerful individuals? At the same time, although the raid led to more questions than answers, one thing remains unmistakable: whatever the FBI was looking for beneath Whoopi Goldberg's estate was significant enough to threaten those in power and silence anyone who came too close. As the dust settles around Whoopi Goldberg's estate, the questions surrounding the situation only deepen. The once admired actress, whose charm and humor had won over legions of fans worldwide, is now shrouded in a cloud of suspicion and secrecy. Following Whoopi Goldberg's shocking statements on The View, the FBI unexpectedly raided her estate, leading to the discovery of a secret basement containing hidden rooms and numerous suspicious artifacts. The raid is believed to be connected to a lawsuit regarding Goldberg's comments on The View, but the findings in the basement, including a soundproof room, secret documents, unexplained cash, and strange film reels, have ignited a flurry of conspiracy theories. These theories range from the basement being a secret meeting hub for the Hollywood and political elite to a blackmail vault or an underground media manipulation center. What was the secret basement of Whoopi Goldberg really used for? What terrifying secrets were hidden in the basement of Whoopi Goldberg's house? What role did Whoopi Goldberg play in the activities that took place in her secret basement? Despite the shocking revelations, the truth behind the raid and the secrets hidden in the basement remains elusive. To ensure you don't miss any new developments in this thrilling story, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We will continue to uncover the secrets hidden behind the closed doors of Hollywood.